Hi there, my name is Trinity, and today I am going to be talking about the romance books that I want to read so badly. As a lot of you may or may not know, I am a big fantasy girly. I love reading fantasy books, and I've kind of just dipped my toes into romance, which is like weird because I'm obsessed with romance. Like, I love love. Don't we all? We all do, right? So I'm going to just be going through my Goodreads actually and talking to you about the books that are romances that I want to read right now. The first ones we're going to talk about today are ones I actually physically own and would love to read, like right now. I have the entire Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. This just seems so cool. So these books contain Flawless, Heartless, and Powerless, and each one of them follows, they're not brothers, I think two of them are brothers and one's like a family friend, and then there's actually, I think, supposed to be another one coming out, I'm pretty sure. Wait, there's Heartless. In these books, we are following, this one we've got a bull rider, and then the girl's like his manager's daughter, I guess, and then that's kind of the love story in this one, which seems crazy. And then I'm pretty sure this one is, yes, working as a nanny for the world's grumpiest single dad should have been simple. And I think he's like, he owns a farm? I don't know, but this sounds amazing. Are you kidding me? It's also all over Instagram, which means I want to read it like now. And then the last one's Powerless, which I think is their friend, and it's childhood friends to lovers, and that's all I really need to know. And I think she's a ballerina and he's a hockey player, which doesn't sound very country of them. The Chestnut Spring series is like a romance that like I think I need to read now. Alexa Ray read them and I'm like, okay, I'm in. She's good at romance. She knows her romance. So I'm like, I have to read them now. I need to read them right the heck now. So I'm excited to read these. The next one I want to read is Twisted Love by Ana Huang. This is like an entire, I think, 4-book series with Twisted Love, Twisted Lies, Twisted Hate, Twisted something else. I don't know. Oh my god, it says right here. Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies. I just want to read these because they are everywhere. And everybody talks about them. A lot of people say the first book isn't their favorite, but the rest of them are like phenomenal. Really want to read them all. It's like about this friend group of girls and each one is like following their love story. So I know there's like a princess is one of them. Brother's best friend is this one. I don't know too much about it. I don't actually read a lot about what my books are about, but I just know that I want to read this like now. The next book I would love to read would be Before We Are Strangers by Renee Carlino, which sounds so good. It's, I think, childhood friends and then something happens and then they like run into each other at a train station or subway station in New York. All I know about this book is any YouTube video I watch where it's like YouTube booktuber recommends me a book. Sarah Caroli suggests this book every single time. And I do not know what it is about this book, but it just screams me. It screams like I should be reading this, I should be loving this, and it just sounds so flipping amazing. So that's why that is like on my like top romance books that I really want to read. I don't physically own it yet, but we'll get there. All right, so another one that I don't physically own but I would love to read is the Windy City series. Right now there's only 2, so right now there is only Mile High and The Right Move. I'm pretty sure Mile High follows like a famous sports guy and she's like one of the personal attendants on his plane, and then romance ensues. And then the second one, oh, I think the second one is Fake Dating. That's why I want to read that one so badly. I love fake dating. I love it when people are like, I don't really like you, but like I'll help you out, and then they fall in love. That sounds amazing. That sounds so good to me, you know? I really want to read these. I think Larry Reed suggested them a lot, so that's why I want to read them. I in case you didn't know, I'm very easily influenced. Like Alexa Ray had these in her video once and I was like, and bought the whole thing. So the Windy City kind of duet right now, I would love to read. Another book I would absolutely love to read soon is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy, which is another sports romance, which I think I'm starting to like. I'm not a sports person per se, but when it's in a romance book, like Debbie Ryan Eartuck, like, you know? And I don't actually know a lot about it. The tagline is, my brother's best friend broke my heart. But what happens when his new teammate wants to put it back together? Ah! That sounds so good. That sounds so good. If you see it on my Amazon cart, buy it for me. because I really want to read this one. I know there's one YouTuber, I don't remember her name right off the top of my head, but I'll put it down right here so you'll see it. She talks endlessly about this book. Like, she talks about it like it's the only book in the world, and she loves it so much. And I really want to get on that train because I hear it's so freaking good, just like a lot of sports romances are. So maybe that's the point of this video, is to say I want to read more romance sports books. This is actually, I have a little list on my phone, as we all probably do, of like top books I want to buy like right now. And this one is definitely at the top because it's kind of like The Bachelor, which I love, if you did not know that. It is called We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together by Sophie Gonzalez, which is a Taylor Swift reference, obviously. Basically what this book is about is we follow two female characters who the only thing they have in common is they both dated this guy who is now super famous. So they're kind of doing like this Bachelor type show where it's like him trying to win them back. And it's like the two girls are supposed to be like fighting to get back with their ex-boyfriend. But I think they like pair up and they start like working against him. It is a young adult novel, which sounds really cool. I believe it is LGBTQA+, which is so cool. It's like a queer romance. I'm really excited for it. It really reminds me of The Charm Offensive by, I don't remember her name, but I'll put it here, The Charm Offensive. Not anymore. Why am I singing Dear Evan Hansen? I don't wanna read that. Okay, we're gonna talk about just a few more books and then I will wrap this video up. But the next ones are The Friend Zone and The Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. There is a third one, which is Life's Too Short. They're all part of like this little connected standalone trilogy. Each one sounds adorable. Abby Jimenez, I love you. You're making my year amazing. And I just want to read them because because Abby Jimenez wrote them and they're obviously good. I don't know anything else about any of these books. I just know they are on my like, I need to read this romance now list. Okay, and the last and final little connected standalone series I'm actually going to talk about is The Brown Sisters by Talia Hibbert. The first one is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I don't know what the rest of them are called because I only own the first one. All I know is these have been on my list since last summer, and I'm like, you are gonna read the whole thing, Trinity. You are gonna fly through these books, and I know I'm gonna love them because they're cutesy little romances. I heard they've got a little spice in them. I heard they're amazing. The first one I hear talks about having chronic illness, and it's like explained and dealt with in a really kind way, and I'm very excited to see that and have that go. I've also heard Talia Hibbert is just a phenomenal writer, which makes me want to read it even more. Get a Life, Chloe Brown is up on my list, and I'm very excited to read it. Alrighty, those are the books I am done talking about today. The books that I would absolutely love to read like so soon. The romance reads I'm most anticipating reading. Very excited. If any of the books in today's video you've actually read, please tell me your thoughts. Convince me to read them because I want to read them. It's just sometimes I get in a fantasy mood and then I forget about my romances, even though I love romance. So please, if you have any thoughts about the books I've talked about in today's video, if any of these sound good, let's buddy read. Hit me up on my Instagram, which is Reading with Trin. I can link that down below if you want. Only if you want. Shameless little plug. Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. I'm sure you are gonna have the best day ever. You're gonna give so much love and so many kisses, and just have a great day. Bye.